The first thing that you need to consider is the safety of your baby. You consider having this protective flap, and this prevents the zipper coming into contact with the baby. At times you will find some babies get to have allergic reactions when such zippers come into contact with their skin over here. So you'll find they have lashes over here. Hello lovely people, and how are you doing? My name is Jackie and this channel is Thriving Womanhood. So someone asked me what to consider when shopping for baby clothes, either second-hand, thrifted, or even new baby clothes. And so today in this video I'll be answering that question. Let's dive in. Number one is safety features, and with me I came with clothes so that I'll be able to demonstrate that. The first thing when it comes to the safety of the baby, ensure that the clothes are not tight on the baby's body. As you know, is that our newborn babies tend to play, to wiggle. Give them space to be able to do that comfortably. And then if you're shopping things like socks, ensure that they're not that tight, so that there will be blood circulation in that area, that in the leg, to ensure that it's not tightening and affecting the blood circulation of the baby. And this is because the baby's skin is too thin and some of the blood vessels are very close to their skin surface. Then the next thing to look out for under the safety features is to ensure that if you're buying the slip suits with the zippers, you consider having this protective flap, and this prevents the zipper coming into contact with the baby. At times you will find some babies get to have allergic reactions when such zippers come into contact with their skin over here. You will find they have rashes over here. This is because their skin is too sensitive, and when it comes into contact with the zipper, it causes some allergic reaction. Again, ensure that your zipper is well finished, the finishing is well done, so that to avoid pinching the baby. And again, and finally, ensure that your slip suits on the foot, they are double. This is because the soles of the baby, they are very sensitive and you need an extra protective layer, and that way when you touch the baby, they tend to move. That is all about safety. And maybe you can tell us other safety features to look out for. Yes, another one. For me, I also look out for the tag. I prefer the printed tags to those tags. I hope you understand what I mean. You find that some clothes will have some tags here, and the fabric that these tags are made of, they tend to react with some of the skins of the babies. And you'll find that some say that you cut, but as you cut, at times you leave something that can scratch the babies, can form some form of itchiness with the baby, and therefore this needs to ensure that your little one is safe even as they dress in the clothes that you're shopping for them. Another thing that I look out for is something that is multifunctional. But for example, as you can see, this slip suit, it has some integral mittens. So these ones, will come in handy to protect the baby from scratching themselves. As you know, the baby's nails are very sharp, and at times they tend to move their hands, close their face, and they don't know how to control their hands. So you find them inside their eyes, inside the nose, across, and they tend to harm themselves because their nails are very sharp. There is a need to have this integral mittens so that you can use them. Another fun fact about this integral mittens is that they don't get lost. So you'll have them with you and you'll not have time to wonder where is the other mitten. And again, on the multi-purpose, for example, this is a thrifted flannel. This one serves a number of things. It serves as a towel, it serves as a changing mat. You can use it to cover the baby when curling them in the baby carrier. You can use it when having your baby in the stroller and you're walking. You can also use them when you're breastfeeding your baby to cover them up, and also you can use it as a bathing cloth to bath the baby. And you see, multifunctional. That thing to consider is the baby need. We have the current needs and also the future needs. For example, when shopping for baby clothes, you should not shop only for the newborn, that is 0 to 6 months, 0 to 3 months, sorry. There's something that is called the baby spurt. The baby tends to grow very fast and they outgrow their clothes too soon. Prepare for your current needs and future needs. As for me, I normally shop up to 1 year. I normally shop a few for 0 to 3, just enough for me because I know my baby outgrows them very fast. And then secondly, I normally have just enough also for 3 to 6 months, and then prepare a few for 6 to 9 months, and then a few for 9 to 12 months. And this is because after the baby lands, you find that you do not have enough time to go and shop. For example, if you overshop for the newborn 0 to 3 months, then they outgrow them. You will find out that they have to grow some clothes even when they have not worn them. So there is need to be able to balance the current and future needs. Be able to have enough of 0 to 3 months to ensure that you are not out of clothes waiting for them to dry so that the baby can wear those clothes. And also ensure that you have some 0 to 6 months so that you will be able to have some clothes even as you prepare to shop for some more clothes. And remember that 0 to 3 months goes up to 5.5 kgs, and then 3 to 6 months goes for up to 8 kgs. And knowing the kgs of your baby and how they are gaining, you'll be able to prepare adequately. Yes. Another thing that I normally consider, that is thing number 4 to consider, is the changing. For me, I prefer clothes that are comfortable when changing the baby, because at times, especially at night, the baby will tend to be hungry and at the same time they need to be changed. And if your routine is changing the baby, then feeding them and then putting them to sleep, you'll find out that when you're delaying in changing them, they tend to cry more. And for me, I value my peace and the peace of the baby. I tend to look for those clothes that they are easy, very easy to change. For example, these sleep suits, you'll just open here and that's just change them without necessarily having to remove all the clothes in order to change them. I consider the changing of the baby even when buying the clothes, so that it is something I'll be able to do swiftly and feed them and then put them to sleep or have them play. Another thing to consider when shopping for a newborn is the season. Consider the season. You should be able to know if your baby is coming in May, it might be a little bit warm, but coming June, it might become cold, and July, very cold, and then maybe August, some short length. You should be able to understand the season so that they will predict on the kind of clothes you're going to buy. For example, if the season is warm, the baby can survive with just an onesis inside and then this one, they will be good to go. If it is a little bit cold, we can have this, the fleece romper. And if it is very cold in July, we can have such a warm heavy romper with it. As you can see, it is very warm. If you have shopped only for these ones, let's say your baby comes in July and you're shopping for only heavy clothes, then if the weather becomes hot, then your baby will wear this and will have heat rash. It's good to consider the current and the coming seasons, so that you'll be able to know what you're going to shop for your baby and what your baby needs in terms of maintaining their body temperatures and keeping them warm. For example, during the cold season, you could consider having the slip bags, you could consider having heavy rompers, heavy clothes. And then during the hot season, you could consider having light clothes like the likes of vest, t-shirt, and all that. The last thing that I consider when buying baby clothes, and this is an hack, is buying multi-packs. And this is whereby you buy a set of outfit with a particular theme, and then you pair them with other clothes to come up with a couple of outfits. For example, you come up with 3 tops and then 3 trousers, and you can match them up, different trousers with different tops, and then come up with various outfits to be able to dress up. If you have to buy a fit of all these colors, you will end up spending a lot of money. Please remember to leave a comment and tell us, what do you normally consider? Because this is a question that I've been commonly asked in the recent days, and I said let me answer that. Thank you so much for watching. For now, it's a bye bye.